I'm going to be looking over her shoulder, and I'll tell you when to start. Okay, Diane, anytime.
Tell us your name and date.
I'm Garth Pickett. I am the Interfaith Relations Coordinator for the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints on the Board of Directors of Civic, which is an interfaith council in Silicon Valley.
So tell us something about what values, scriptures, tenets the LDS Church has that encourages interfaith relations.
Well, I think it starts with...
Hold on. So when she asks a question, use the question in your answer.
Oh,
because nobody will know the question unless you use that phrase.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, go ahead. Start again.
Oh, you heard it though, right?
Well,
Just repeat it, and then he'll say that.
Oh, okay. So tell us something about the scriptures and values and tenets of the LDS Church that encourages interfaith relations.
okay. Interfaith relations are encouraged through a variety of sources. The first starts with the New Testament. We have the definition that Paul taught us in 1 Corinthians 13 on what charity is, and charity is for everyone we come in contact with, to the Good Samaritan. The Good Samaritan, the significance there was that here was a Jewish fellow who was robbed, beaten, and left to the side of the road dead, and who came to his help? A member of another faith. So Christ was showing this outreach, was showing the importance of reaching across the aisle, so to speak, and having this interfaith. It started early in our church history. Church history is well known in the United States. We moved out of Illinois. We were driven out of that area, so we went out west where no one else was, started our own community, started our own society. And what was one of the first things that Brigham Young, who led us at that time, do when he started, he said, we need to have other faiths here. And to encourage them to come, he actually helped build the churches for them, to bring in other faiths into the community. Because history shows, and we understand as a faith group, that the more tolerant, accepting, and outreaching society is with all of the groups within that society, the stronger that society will be. That compassion, that tolerance, lifts all boats in that society. And when you don't have that compassion and tolerance, all boats sink. And you see that throughout history, whether it's the Roman history, whether it's the Muslim history. You take any historical people and you look historically and you will see with their greatness always came that tolerance and that acceptance. And when the Romans stopped that tolerance, that's when they started going down. We have other reasons why they may go down, but you can also correlate it directly with their intolerance versus their tolerance. So a strong outreach is a stronger source for your own people and builds up your own people rather than subjecting them to competition. No, it builds them up.
So your particular ward here in Santa Clara County has also really welcomed interfaith gatherings and been supportive of that. What motivates the people who help organize that in the structure of your church?
Well, we've learned through experience. I used this in a talk at a civic talk recently, the secret sauce, I called it. We learned that when we were doing service projects for the community or for others, whenever we included other faith groups with us, not only did we have a bigger outcome and a bigger turnout, but the next Sunday there was more buzz about that service project than any other service project where it was just our own faith group. They were more excited about it. They get to know these people. They get to love these people like they love their own community and their own religious community, their own Mormon community. So we have learned that it's very important. You learn more about people when you're serving with them than just to sit down and be taught what they believe. Sit down to the side of them and work together, and that's where your souls really knit together.
So you personally have been kind of an ambassador in the interfaith world, being the person that shows up at interfaith events, that organizes, the community to be welcome at your church and so forth. What motivates you personally, and how would you encourage other people to find that calling?
Well, for many years I was in what we call the ecclesiastical line. I was a bishop, I was in a stake presidency, so I was in a lot of ecclesiastical positions within the church. We're a lay ministry, so there comes a time when your terms are up or when you're released from that, and as I call it, turned out to pasture. And all of the time that I was doing that, I recognized the importance and felt that we needed, as wards, as stakes, as a Mormon community, to do more outreach in the interfaith communities on a interfaith relationship, not a proselyting relationship, but an interfaith relationship and serving together. And I could see the importance that that would be to not only us, but to the community. If we're all taught to be the salt of the earth, and if you've lost your flavor, you're thrown out, you're not worth anything. To be the salt of the earth means you go in and uplift the community. And so we felt that this would be very important. So when I was asked, what do you want to do now you're turned out to pasture, my first comment was, I would like to start serving in the interfaith community. So I was given the assignment for the 11 stakes, and a stake has 6 or 7 wards, so it's a big area covering from Livermore down through Monterey, etc. I was given the assignment to be the interfaith leader for our church in what we call public affairs or outreach. So that's what got me involved.
And any advice to give to others that may be aspiring to follow in your footsteps?
Well, as I give other people in public affairs who I work with opportunities for interfaith interaction and service, they're excited, and they keep coming back and asking for more and asking for more. So, and right now, even within my own congregation and within my own stake, there's a huge outreach. Right now, focusing a lot on some Muslim congregations and outreach, and we see a lot of positive that will come from that. So yes, I'm pushing it, but I don't have to push very hard. It's more, they're ready. It's just I need to get them the opportunities.